Well, hello, loves, and happy Sunday to you. Today, I'm on my journey again to create from my own works, from my inspiration. And I think this one is going to be good. I hope it is anyway, because I love the color combination and I love the idea that I have. So we'll see how it goes. All of the supplies that I'll be using today will be listed on the blog, and the link to the blog is down below in the YouTube description box. And what else do I need to tell you? All the stencils that I use today will be on sale. And that is about it. Okay, so let's take a look so far. So what I've done so far is I've just put down my papers. I used matte gel and put my papers down, and I went on a search for some really interesting papers to put in the background because I know part of them, at least my plan, part of them is going to show. So we'll see. That always changes because I get carried away with what I'm doing and all that kind of stuff, but part of them are going to show. I'm not exactly sure which parts yet. This is my inspiration. So I created this from the inspiration from the Art from Anthropology book. And through all of these experiments, and what I'm really trying to convey to you over the next few weeks and over the last months, is that as we begin to experiment, we find things that we love and that we don't love. I love this color combination, that Payne's gray, that dark blue, and that green. I like this piece. But there's some things that I want to infuse of myself into this piece and make it more my style, a little bit more grunge. There's no numbers or anything like that. But all of this serves me. It all creates inspiration, gives me ideas, gets me outside my comfort zone, etc., etc. I said that last week and I'll say it again. So this is my inspiration. This is an 11 by 14 wood panel. I've got the camera zoomed out so it'll fit in the frame. And I put my papers down, and I've got some stencils that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be creating the background, and it's going to be somewhat abstract because those are the things that I love. And so it'll be somewhat abstract. And then I've got some mark making stencils for the background. This is the scribble marks or doodle marks, one of those. I'll have it listed. This is abstract. This is an abstract mask, and I of course do not know the name. I'm terrible at this. I should have this prepped before I do this. This one I do know is I always get the test stencils, so they don't even have the names on them. This is Whimsical Font, I think. I'm so sorry. Okay, so those are for the background. I'm going to lay some paint down and do some background marks. And then probably cover some of that up again. And then come back in with some pens or pencils and that kind of thing. That's my idea anyway. Then I want to really focus on having some of that green in there, and I'm going to be using my eucalyptus stencil and my garden 2 stencil. I do know those names. Probably this one because I want them to kind of feel abstract a little bit. So we'll see. And then I've got some number stencils out, of course. So those are the stencils, and whichever ones I end up using today, those will be on sale. The colors that I'm going to be using, Payne's gray, of course, and my green. This is called olive green light. It's like a green, almost like a green gold, but it's a really great color. This is by Amsterdam. I'm going to throw in a little bit of burnt sienna, but I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. I'm going to be using some Titan Buff and some white gesso and some black gesso, along with some raw umber to give me some grunginess. – That's what I know so far. I want it to be somewhat abstract. Actually, it's going to be, for the most part, abstract. And just layers of paint, my blues and my greens, whites and blacks, and a touch of that burnt sienna with my vines and some marks and mark making. And this is just the process of taking my inspiration and bringing it to life. And then each step, every time that I do this, and typically what happens, what I'm doing for you right now, happens in my journal as I flesh out my ideas. As I figure out, okay, I love this combination. I love these things. How do I put them together and make them look good? Make them for me. That's the most important thing, is creating so that I like it, and then, infusing the meaning into each piece. So whatever the meaning that I have for the piece, I take my color inspiration and my color ideas and meld them together. That is what I know so far. Okay, so for today, it was interesting because I have stacks and stacks of books, and I really wanted some interesting papers. I have a stack on my desk like I shared last week, but I wanted something different. So I went to my books and pulled out some more collage papers to put into this stack. But what was really interesting is what I was going through a child's reader book from like the 30s. And this section was called Seasons Build Skill. And then it says the 4 seasons. It says, do you know the names of the 4 seasons? Can I tell you what each season brings? And it was so perfect for the season that I'm in, and we're all in different seasons in our lives and creatively. And right now I'm in that place of curiosity and exploring and trying to find the thing that truly just makes me joyful. And we ebb and flow in our creative seasons, and we experiment more in others and really dive in and create truly masterful pieces in other seasons. And right now for me, my season is curiosity, and my word for the year. But each season builds skill. Right now I'm building lots of skill. I'm thinking outside my comfort zone, thinking outside the box, and truly trying to stretch myself into new ideas, new thinking, new ways of creating. And that happens in my life as well. There are seasons where I work hard at renewal for myself, or working on a relationship, or organization, or whatever it might be. There are seasons where we work really hard at that, and then there are seasons where we rest and we sit in what's comfortable and we do those things as well. We can't always be working really hard all the time. We have to have those rest spaces. And I think about summer, and summer is kind of that restful place. Spring is new activity and new growth and new things. And so that's kind of where I am right now. Even though we're about to head into spring, it doesn't feel like it so much today, although the sun is shining today, which is a very good thing. Spring is exploring new things and new ideas and things blooming. And that's the season that I'm in. And I don't know what season you're in, but each season will serve you, no matter what. Even in the winter seasons, it will serve you. It will serve you to rest or hibernate or gather ideas and try things that, maybe are slower or smaller. Every season serves us. Seasons build skill. I love that. And these words are going to go into this piece. And I'm not exactly sure the title yet, but something along those lines. And when I saw that, I thought, it's like, every time that happens, it's just a confirmation that I'm on the right track. And I hope that happens for you too. I hope that you are cherishing the season you're in. That's hard to say sometimes, because I've been in some really low seasons, probably 6 months ago. We lost our brother. It's hard to cherish those seasons, but they do serve us. They served me. And while we still mourn our loved one, that time spurred me to this time. I felt like I'd lost my energy, my mojo, my everything, and I had to push forward and explore new things. And this is where I'm at right now, and this exciting possibility of creativity happening right now is because of that season, that winter season. And so they all serve us. And I hope that you can find some small bit of gratitude and joy in the season that you're in. And if you're in a spring season or a relaxing season, that you cherish those moments as well and be thankful for them. All right, my loves, I'm going to head on to this giant experiment that normally I flesh this out in my journal, but I want to do this real time so that you can see that it's all really, honestly, one big giant experiment. All right, loves, I hope that your Sunday is restful and peaceful. I hope that you find your season of gratitude in whatever season you're in. And I hope that you know how very much you are loved.